So stick around to this episode of Tips for Women because we have an abnormal email that we received that really hit home, and I'd like to read it for you guys. Welcome back, everyone, to Tips for Women. And today we're going to make a video on something that's not normal for the channel, but it was an email that I received on our Tips for Women Facebook page, and not an email, but a message. And it really hit home with me, and I would like to read it for you guys. I know who it came from, but the person would like to be anonymous. She doesn't want her name out there. So let me start off, before I read the email, let me start off the why Tips for Women is even created for everyone out there. Our main goal here is to actually help not only women, but help everybody in understanding how your mate or your boyfriend or your husband or whoever, to help you understand how they think. Because not a lot of people are good about expressing emotion, expressing how they feel, and what really goes on in their mind. So sometimes there needs to be some help out there just to let everybody know and understand the partner that they're with. So that is the main goal of Tips for Women. I didn't really know what to do when I got this message. But all I do know is that it hit really, really home with me, because what this person is talking about actually happened to me personally. So let me go ahead and read the email, and then we will follow on after that. So the email goes, I got it right here on my computer. The email goes, Dear Tips for Women, I recently began watching your channel, and it intrigued me on the actual thought patterns of guys. I'm kind of embarrassed about this email, so I would like to remain anonymous. So recently, my boyfriend of a year just broke up with me and left me with no notice. He stated he needed to move back to where his children were, that he missed them so much and needed to be close to them. I totally understood how he was feeling, but the fact that he gave me no notice and never talked to me about it is what broke my heart. I thought we had a great relationship. So I guess why I'm writing this message is to see if you would make a video on this subject and maybe explain his thought process of why he left like he did. Thank you so much, and keep up the great videos. A loyal subscriber, Anonymous. So obviously this lady was in a relationship, and the man just told her that he had to leave, that he needed to be next to his children. So this video is directed towards Anonymous, Miss Anonymous. I do understand how you're feeling. It happened to me just recently here, actually. The same thing happened to me. I was in a relationship. We were living together. This woman came home from work and told me that she was leaving for the same reason. She needed to be close to her children. And I asked her when she was leaving, and she said in the morning. And this was at 11 o'clock at night that she told me this. So there was no notice. It hit me out of nowhere, and it hit me hard. And it was something really, really hard to go through. So Anonymous, the best thing you need to remember is a quote that my dad taught me when I was very young, that you cannot control what other people do. And on something like that has to do with your children, I don't think it's really a thought process on whether it's a man or a woman. It just has something to do with being a parent. If they love their children so much that they need to be next to them, then that's where they need to be. Everybody in this world needs to be happy and needs to be where they think they need to be to complete themselves in life. Now, I know it was very hard on you, and I know it broke your heart, but my advice is I wouldn't take it personally. It doesn't mean that he did not care for you or he still does not care for you. It just means that he needs to be a father. And it's really, really embedded in him that that's where he needs to be. My personal advice to you would be call him, or if you still have contact with him, tell him how you feel. And if he doesn't reciprocate the feeling and he's just kind of just turning you off, then you need to try your best to just kind of close that door and let another door open. There's really, really nothing you could do unless he would want you to move to the other state with him. That relationship is pretty much going to be over because of his children. So I don't think there's much into a thought pattern into this. Children play a different role in a man or a woman or anybody's thought pattern. Children will make people do things that they never dreamed they could do or they would do, and they do it out of pure love. So I hope this was a good tip for you, Anonymous. And I know I just said that wrong. But always remember, try to treat yourself good. Don't take it to heart, and stay beautiful.